Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Chris. Before we start this video, let's just go off on a little tangent here. If you get offended by anything that I'm talking about on this video, this is not the video for you. Go and engage with something else. Don't engage with my stuff. So, basically, we are going to be talking about is the stuff that people do in public that give me the ick. Okay, if you were bringing your kinks or whatever in public, you're giving me the ick. If you bug out on someone because they accidentally misgender you, you give me the ick. If you literally get offended for someone else's behalf, you give me the ick. Basically, we're gonna do a whole little video here. So basically, if none of you know, my name is Chris. I am a full-out gay man. I try to be a little more conservative when it comes to my looks and stuff. You know, I dress very masculine. Very masculine. I will sometimes wear stuff like this that, you know, is colorful and all this other stuff. But this is a Halloween sweater. But anyways, so when I'm in public, I do not let my fiance, you know, do the stuff that I see on the internet. Like, when he wants to hold my hand, yes, we can hold hands. When he starts touching my, you know, my rear end and starts doing other stuff, I yell at him and I say that is not appropriate behavior to do in public. He gets mad because he doesn't care what people think about what we're doing, but I have to constantly explain to him that some people do not agree with mine in his relationship. Me being a gay man and him being a guy, we're in a same-sex relationship. When people see stuff like that, they think, oh, they're probably like these people that do like nasty stuff outside in public. I can most certainly let everyone know that watches this video that I understand what common decency is. I know that there are some things that people do in public that are not okay, and it's not good decency. The issue that I keep running into when I'm seeing stuff on YouTube or I'm seeing stuff outside in public in person is people are being very, 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 very sexual in public. They're smacking their partner's butt. They're groping their breasts. They're doing all this stuff. They're doing the stuff that they should be doing behind closed doors. I don't care what you do behind closed doors. You keep it behind closed doors. The minute you bring it out into public to where I can see it, absolutely not. No, ma'am, inappropriate. I will let you know. And I have let people know many times that what they were doing was very inappropriate and they should keep that in their bedroom. Were they mad? Oh, well, you don't get to tell me how I can do this, and this out in public. As a consumer, yes, I do, because you're doing inappropriate stuff in a place that I am spending my money at, and I do not appreciate it. If I am sitting and I am having a nice meal, we'll just do it. I thoroughly enjoy mall Chinese food. If I'm sitting and I'm enjoying my Chinese food, my mall Chinese food, I'm enjoying my noodles, my bourbon chicken, and my orange chicken, and I see you doing this type of stuff as I'm consuming my food, I'm going to get disgusted and I'm going to get the ick. Because I do not want to see your affection and whatever going on in the world, whatever you're planning on doing. I don't want to see that. Point blank, period. That is how it is. That is how it always will be with me. I do not want to see you do that type of stuff out in public. Another thing that also annoys me is I challenge gender norms. I'm not gender fluid. Do not come in the comments and say, oh, well, you're gender fluid then. I am not. I am a gay man and I am fully aware that I am a male. I'm not even going to get into it. I am a male. And that is what I am very proud of. I do not care what people think of me, but I challenge gender norms. So I went to a store, and I'm gonna say the store, but I'm not gonna say the person's name. So this store in my local mall in Albany County in the Capital Region, because I live in the Capital District of New York. I live in the capital. So I go to, and everyone has probably heard of this mall because it's like a big, decent sized mall. I go to Crossgates Mall in Albany, and I go to this particular store. It is called Earthbound. So it is a, like, when they first opened, it was like a metaphysical, hippie-esque type of store. And the manager there, I freaking loved her. She is the best person. I get excited when I see her because she actually recognizes me. And she knows that when she sees me, I'm spending money. So, what had happened was one of her employees, who is, a male that uses she, her pronouns, saw me in a skirt, my throw over, a nice bright colored shirt, and said, because I was looking for a job, because I applied at this place, when they first opened, because I was like, oh, cool, like, it's a store that I can really, enjoy working at. Didn't get the job, of course, but that's beside the point. So, this particular employee saw me in a skirt, bright color shirt, and a throw over, and they assumed that I used female pronouns. Then they went off on a whole tangent about pronouns. I was like, I said, I understand that you want to tell me this stuff, but I do not care. You just assumed my gender, and I'm not appreciated by it. I said, because if I was to assume your gender, you would get mad at me and you would try to cancel me. And you would try to make my life miserable. You will try to make it to where I don't get employed and everything else, and you'll mess with my life. I said, but you just did what your community is always complaining and moaning about, of misgendering people or assuming someone's gender. They didn't like that. They walked away. They walked to the break room, and the female worker that was there was like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. No one's ever stood up to them like that. And I was like, because the problem with people nowadays, the problem with society nowadays, and the problem with people that are, in general, is they don't put these people in their place. I am part of the LGBT community. I do not add all those extra letters. Those are identities. I don't care. They are not sexual orientations, nor are they anything like whatever. So, I am in full support for the LGBT community, considering that I am a gay male. And the issue that I've been seeing lately is that when I wear the stuff that I wear, people assume my gender. These people say that they're trans, or they use she, hers, or whatever they want to use nowadays, because, in all honesty, these things with pronouns, I think it's just a fad, it's a trend, everyone's going to do it, and then 10 years down the line, these aren't even going to be real anymore. So, when I walk into that business and you then assume that I use female pronouns, and you use female pronouns yourself, and you were literally going off on a tangent telling me how you scream at people when they misgender you. Why? First of all, why are you screaming at the customer? That's how you lose customers. You don't scream at the customer. I don't care what people say. The customer is not always right. People could say, oh, well, the customer is always right. The customer is not always right, because I've been working in the customer service industry for a majority of my life. And the customer sometimes is not always right. So, if you are literally screaming at a customer because they accidentally misgender you, because you look like a male, facial hair, hairy chest, hairy stomach, hairy legs, everything. I'm not saying that hair on a female is gross. I have people that literally I have female friends that let their hair grow out on their body, but they know when to start getting rid of the hair when it gets to be too much. But if you are sitting there and you say you use she, her pronouns or whatever the hell you want to say you use, and then you then assume that I use those pronouns as well because of what I'm wearing, so you think that in order to use female pronouns, I need to wear skirts, dresses, and all of that? The irony. The irony. But if I was to misgender you, you would get mad at me and you would say I'm being transphobic, I'm being all these other phobics, blah, 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 homo, whatever you want to say. But you just assumed my gender. Why can I not assume yours? Oh, are you the one? Do you think that you're the only one that can just assume people's genders? No, ma'am. Anyways, again, I'm not saying the person's name, but just so you already know what the business's name is, just be aware of the certain people in public. Be aware, because at the end of the day, people will not care about your feelings, but they expect you to care about their feelings. Anyways, next topic. So this topic is going to be about, I just watched a video on YouTube of all places. This girl was reacting to Kink Talk, which I don't know. I'm not on TikTok. I used to have a TikTok and then I deleted that shit immediately because absolutely not. I'm not getting sucked into that. If I want to know actual sources, I go to actual federally owned sources and I find my stuff out myself. I don't use TikTok as the news like a lot of these kids are nowadays. So I was watching a movie and this woman and this boy, her boyfriend, were doing like sexual stuff out in public. He said, what did he say? The boyfriend was like, oh, you ain't got panties on, right? Blah, 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 etc., etc. Went off on a whole tangent. As soon as that, I never have clicked off a video as quickly as I did that. And my brain just like, ew. Like, why would you do this stuff out in public? This is the same thing that was going on during Pride Month for 2024. There were people that were showing their kinks at Pride, minors present. Mind you, that is public indecency, and I don't know what's got the cops by their balls when it comes to Pride Month in June, but they don't do that stuff. So if you don't do stuff as an officer of the law under oath, you are to arrest people that do public indecency, and you don't do that. But if someone else was to do that, you would arrest them immediately. That's a problem. So basically what this couple was trying to do is they were trying to have intercourse in a mall. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? You were trying to have intercourse in a mall. You were trying to have a sexual fantasy in a mall. A public place where there are children. Do you not understand how disgusting that is? If I was to go into that mall and I started seeing and I was hearing these conversations that these people were saying, I would let mall security know immediately and saying, I don't know what these people are doing. They're saying very vulgar, nasty, sexual things. I have my kids with me. My kids don't need to be exposed to this stuff at ages 5 and 6. Like, they don't need to be exposed to that stuff. And I would report them, and then security would do the necessary actions to remove them from the premises or the property. But if you are literally starting to bring your kinks out of the bedroom and into public, you're disgusting. Point blank, period. I don't care if I hurt people's feelings. You're disgusting. You should not be okay with doing those sexual things in public. You should not be okay with that. That is something that you do in the privacy of your home with your walls. You do not bring that nasty, dirty stuff out into public to where people can see. Why would I want to walk around a goddamn mall and hear a woman moan? Why would I want to walk around the mall and see a female with their hand down their boyfriend's pants, clearly doing this motion? Why would I do that? Why would I enjoy even seeing that? That is something that you do in the privacy of your home. You do that in the privacy of your walls, of your home, your apartment, whatever you have. Your car. Actually, no, don't even do it in your car because you can get arrested and put on the predator list. So I don't think these people understand the amount of trouble that they can get in for doing this stuff out in public. I don't think a lot of people understand the amount of jail time you can get for doing this stuff out in public. I don't know what has happened to society since I was younger, but society has just gotten more and more disgusting. From my years of being alive, society has gotten more disgusting. Why are you bringing your kinks outside of your home? Why are we trying to have any source of intercourse or any source of sexual thing happen in public? Do you not understand that you will get put on the sexual predator list if you are caught by law enforcement doing that stuff? No, these people don't think that way. They think they can get away with whatever they want. Because then they'll pull the race card, the phobia card, all of this other nonsense to then make cops be like, oh, we're going to warn you. No. You arrest their asses, you take their freaking mugshots, and you freaking send that to the state, and you say these people were doing this in this type of sexual intercourse in a public place. They need to be put on the predator list. That is what happens when you do this stuff out in public. It does not matter what skin color you are, what your sexual orientation is, what your gender identity is. It does not matter. It is the law, it is public indecency, and it is the law that if you get caught doing that stuff, you get put on the sexual predator list. You are really willing to risk your lifetime for a disgusting sexual experience that you want to experience in public. I'm just saying. I get mad when my fiance smacks my butt in public. And I say, we are in public, do not do that again. That is something that we do in the privacy of our home, not in public. Another thing that I'm sick and tired of seeing is trans people, mainly trans women, men that are transitioning into women, going out in public and recording people that accidentally misgender them. That is another thing I'm getting sick and tired of seeing on the internet. Everyone in the comments can be like, oh, if you don't want to see it, then don't be on the internet. No, why do I need to limit myself being on the internet because I don't want to see certain things on the internet? Sorry, my Sam got Sam slippers on, and the lollipop keeps twisting around. Oh no. Oh, that hand is supposed to be like that. Sorry, I thought my Sam's arm was broken. But why should I limit myself from the internet? Because people want to go around and they want to do this type of stuff. I don't think that's very fair. I mean, do you? But, anyways, just wanted to jump on here and talk about that. If you guys do like this source of things, like my reviews, my reactions to certain things that I see on the internet, I have a podcast that I'm trying to get together with my one coworker from an old job, and it's just like I'm trying to figure out the proper time to actually have her come and we record an episode. The podcast name on Spotify is Tea Time with Chris and Sky. So it's going to basically be a majority of, things, political stuff, things that we don't think are right to be in public. So basically, she was like, oh, we need to get together, we need to record an episode together, blah, 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 etc., etc. And I'm like, that would be great, but I also need to get the necessary equipment to be able to make the podcast something to remember. So I need to get a better camera quality. I need to get a better camera with good quality. I need to get microphones. I need to get a sound box. I need to get all this other stuff for the podcast. And I keep explaining that to her. Yes, we'll probably record episodes just on the phone, and I'll post them on YouTube or something, because I'm going to make my paranormal YouTube that I have, the podcast channel, just so like when we do record episodes, I can just upload them to that channel and everyone can watch them. But the basic things with this podcast that I'm trying to do with my coworker, she's all for the, well, old ex coworker. She's all for doing a podcast. She's all for that. So basically, at the beginning of every podcast episode, I'm gonna let her know that I'm going to say, if you are getting offended, if you get easily offended by the things that we're going to be speaking about, you can move on to the next thing. I did that on my Mother Darkness podcast that I had to unfortunately delete because Spotify changed their whole thing. And I just really enjoyed my 20-second timer to where you guys didn't see my face, you only heard audio, and I just talked. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to I'm going to try to talk to her to see when she would like us to do our first episode. We can record it on my phone, and we're going to go from there. Then we're going to post it on the YouTube. If you guys want to check that out, the YouTube's name is going to be Tea Time with Chris and Sky. The handle for it is going to be at Tea Time with Chris and Sky. And all that other stuff. I'm gonna edit everything on that channel, and we're gonna go from there. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Once again, thank you to the 111 viewers, it might be more, for watching my video on my review of Dragon Age Veilguard. I really appreciate each and every one of you. If that is a type of content you like to see, you're going to see on the YouTube profile Christopher's Witchy Tips, Spooky Tales, and Reviews. If you guys really enjoy seeing that type of stuff in video format, let me know. I do not have the best quality, because I'm recording off of my phone. I do not have the best quality camera at the moment right now. So right now, what you're gonna get with this channel is the phone camera. once again, I really appreciate each and every one of you for watching that video and watching my recent video that I posted of my altar cleaning and all that and resetting it. And I really appreciate each and every one of you that watched this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And make sure you press that like button, because that gets my videos out to the YouTube algorithm. Anyways, and I noticed at my analytics for YouTube that 93% of you guys are not subscribers that are watching my YouTube channel, and only 10% of that are people that are actually subscribed to my channel. If you guys can really, and I would really appreciate, subscribe to the channel and do all of that, I would greatly appreciate it. I am very, straightforward. If you have a comment that you want to put in my videos, you put the comments in my videos. If you want me to do a video on something, you put it in the comments below, and I will figure out a day that I can actually sit down, do my research, and focus on that particular thing, and then record it. But again, thank you all for watching this. Thank you all for watching all of my previous videos on this channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys don't understand how much I appreciate each and every one of you for watching my channel and these videos that I post. I want to try to become a YouTuber, but I know I'm not going to be able to become a full-time YouTuber unless I get over a certain amount of subscribers. And, then I would be getting paid from YouTube itself and getting sponsorships. If sponsorships do start happening, I'm going to pick and choose what sponsorships that I will be sponsoring, because there are some sponsorships that I have seen other YouTubers do that literally gyp them out of their things. If any of you guys want to email me about like certain topics or certain things, my email is Christopher, WOLFERSTEIG 34@gmail.com. You put that in and you just send me an email and you tell me what you want me to talk about. If you guys want me to make a spooky video, or you have a spooky encounter that you want me to talk about in a video, let me know in that email. Your name will remain anonymous. I will use some fake name so people do not try to think that you are this crazy person, or they think that, you're making stuff up. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And I love each and every one of you. Thank you for watching my videos.